the camera's over here. It's normally on that side. Crandall normally has the camera on the opposite
Yeah, you usually
side.
flip it, but I think this will work a little bit better, honestly.
Yeah, no, I like it.
Let's see. Is it working?
I don't know. It like
there
worked for a second.
Let's see. Is it working?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was being slow. That was weird. It like, I don't know if it cut out the first 30 seconds, but then it all of a sudden shot to everybody.
Yeah. Hi, everybody.
We got Sandy, Jemima, Melissa.
Sorry if I said that wrong.
I'm pretty sure that's how you say it.
I don't know.
I wonder, actually, I might have to flip this. Hold on,
Sorry.
you guys. Okay, hopefully
We're
that
back.
didn't mess up too bad.
Ooh. I don't think it should.
Whoa!
Okay, there we go. Sandy.
I know we're competing with Lester and Jamie, but in my defense, we posted a couple hours ago that we were going live, and then they just decided to go live as well. So we'll see how this goes. I know we're going to be a little bit slower than usual. Our George from Missouri, Monica from Detroit.
I was going to say Monica from Detroit. I've never been to Detroit. Have you?
I think I've driven through it when I was a kid.
Yeah, I don't
but
think
I'm not
I've ever
sure.
been there.
Hey, Melbourne, Australia.
Oh,
Hawaii. Hey, we've got a lot of friends in Hawaii.
We do.
Iowa.
Crandall does.
Hey, Jennifer left Lester for us. Holy cow, we're moving up.
No, we were watching too. So we
were watching
Lester.
his. We left Lester to come do our own thing. We thought about canceling it, but we had already posted, so here we are. Plus, we have some really exciting news.
Yeah.
Okay, Huntsville, Alabama.
Woohoo!
Florida, which we're praying for you guys in Florida with another storm coming.
Yeah,
it's
this
crazy.
hurricane, I think it's Nicole.
Is it Nicole?
Hurricane Nicole, and she goes right across, and then she goes into the Gulf, and then she goes up through Tallahassee and back up to the coast.
Oh, see, I thought she was hitting on the east side, but she'll
So
she
hits on the
across.
east side, goes across, and then up through the Panhandle.
Okay. Oh, this is hilarious. Wait, I got to see if I can pin this comment. Hold on.
Kind of wants to pin a comment, but yeah, we're definitely praying for those in Florida. I just talked to my parents today. They're getting all ready. They live in Tallahassee. My brother has his house down in the east side of Florida, and then my nephews are really excited though. They don't have to go to school tomorrow.
Oh yeah, they would be stoked about. Oh, sorry. Okay, this is hilarious. We were talking about leaving Lester's live, and Winnie Pig says, "Tired of ostrich mating talk." That's hilarious.
That's what they were talking about, though.
Was it?
Well, they were talking about, yeah, because they were talking about Carl.
Oh yeah. Hi from Illinois. Hey, somebody corrected me last time and said Illinois. Hey, Stearman 100. What's up, Peter?
That's our cousin.
That is my cousin. Becky, Decatur, Alabama. Sorry, I'm like trying to play catch up now. Thanks, Kenny.
Oh, we've always wanted to live in Florida.
Hope to relocate to Florida.
Oh, do you want to relocate, Jennifer, or do you want us to relocate to Florida?
Because when we were doing how we ended up here, which we've talked about this on other lives, so I won't make it go way too in deep. But we
were supposed to be either in Georgia, South Carolina,
Georgia, Florida, and then Texas happened.
Yeah.
But we almost did end up there, which I'm glad we didn't, because we've had amazing opportunities here in Oklahoma, but it was definitely on the table for a while.
But I wouldn't mind one day to live in Florida.
Yeah, we both would live there.
We go quite often.
See, Shelly, I might have got distracted, but somebody said Illinois. The S is silent. I've been corrected a couple of times, so I'm trying to do better. Illinois.
I wonder if Siri says it that way too.
Yeah, we should ask Siri.
We have, so is it our Saturday video? Our video coming out this Saturday. Yeah, our video coming out this Saturday. Crandall and I sit there for 5 minutes trying to figure out how to say this certain word.
Oh my gosh.
And
it was awful.
I think I said it right the first time, I'll have to go back and watch before we edit it. But I think I say it right, the word, and then I just get so confused, and we're like, that's not even it. So finally I Googled it and then used
And it
Google
was right.
Translate to like hear what it sounded like.
Some of those medical terms are just impossible to pronounce. It looks like we've got the Fowler fam, both Mike and Tanya on here. Welcome, you guys.
Welcome.
Vero Beach, Florida.
I don't know where that is.
Rhonda, hi Eldridge family, blessings from Richmond, Virginia. Thank you. Okay, Carol from, do you want to try and say that? Can you even say that?
No.
I can't either. Something Oklahoma, somewhere in Oklahoma. There's a lot of Native American names here in Oklahoma, and I am awful at pronouncing them.
Yeah. And it doesn't help that, you know, our driving directions probably say them wrong.
Yeah,
too.
seriously, right?
So.
Hello from rainy, finally, Northern California. Hey, I think your storm, if I remember right, it's been a while since I looked at the weather, but I think that storm's pushing over to us eventually within the next week or something like that. But that's good. You guys are getting rain. You guys need it bad. Pat says, let's see if I can pin. Oh, let's see. We're a little behind on our comments on our phone versus the computer. Oh, and look, Marie from Twisted View Minis is there. How's it going, Marie?
Let's ask our question.
Okay, go.
I can't remember it.
I don't either. Okay, all truth be told, we forgot that we wanted to ask you guys another question. You know how we've been doing that the last couple of lives, and we totally forgot until like 2 minutes before we started, and we didn't come up with a good one yet. So we'll think about it.
I think you wanted to do what?
Oh, actually, yeah. Okay, I guess that's all a joke. Leave a comment down below with one thing that motivates you. Because I think that's something that we all sometimes struggle with, is having things to motivate us or being motivated. And I would love to hear your guys' comments about things that keep you motivated, because I think we can all learn from each other, and maybe something that somebody brings up will be like, oh my gosh, yeah, actually, you know. And
I feel like in certain circumstances, we all need different things to be motivated. Like one thing will get us motivated to do one thing. But not necessarily does that thing work for me to be motivated to do the dishes.
Right. Yeah.
So.
Let's see.
Music motivates me. I like that.
Jesus Christ, he's my motivation. Love that.
Grandbaby, family. We haven't decided on names for the twins.
Jackie, sorry, I saw another comment there too about names. You guys, this is awful. And I think what we're going to do, because I can't decide. Marcy's kind of already decided. I can't decide. So, oh, hi, Tracy from Meridian. We love Meridian. That whole area up there is beautiful.
Kind of keep on your
okay, sorry.
And then we can.
My train of thought. Oh, so what I'm thinking is on YouTube and on Facebook, you can actually do a poll. I don't think we've done one yet, but you can do a poll where we put it out to you guys to vote. So maybe we'll take like our top 10 names and just see what your guys' opinions are on them. We're still going to pick what we want, but it would be interesting to see what's most popular of like the 10 names or something like that.
Yeah, and so it was funny. Today I was talking to my dad on the phone, and my parents ask every time. And we actually haven't ever told them any name that we're like really interested in. We always just say we don't really know. But we told you guys on our last live or 2 lives ago that we were talking about the name Cruz. So I said to my dad, well, I really like the name Cruz. And my dad goes, like Tom Cruise?
And that's exactly, if you guys remember our other live, that's exactly, I was like, I don't know if we can name him Cruise, because then we have Maverick and Cruise, and Top Gun. That's a lot of Top Gun references. And we have Goose, our dog. So that's a lot of Top Gun references to me.
Yeah. So I don't necessarily think, like, after he said that, it was just like, you know what? Crendel.
I wasn't the only one.
Yeah. Crendel wasn't the only one. Like, my dad said it pretty quick. So, and then my mom sent me, like, this giant list.
Huge list of names, which a couple of them are actually pretty good that we haven't even thought of. Yeah. And actually, I love you guys commenting baby names, because there was somebody that commented, I wish I could remember their name, but they actually commented 2 names that I was like, oh yeah, I actually like those. I'll have to go back and find it, because I remember liking it and being like, okay, I like those names, but I don't think I wrote them down.
I remember you told me.
Yeah.
He also like woke up this morning and was like, what about this name? I was like, huh. Wow, Crendel, you never think about names.
I know. I like to wait till the last minute. Larry Daniel asks, Marcy, twins good. Yes.
As far as we know.
Tomorrow is our next doctor's appointment, so we'll see. But everything has been good. Crandall, have you seen the goat? And no. And I actually was talking to my neighbors the other day as well, and have not. Nobody's seen it. Yeah, nobody's seen her. So we're still holding out a little bit of faith. A lot of people are like, "Hey, Daniel Arm's goat was gone for like 3 or 6 months. Like he was gone for a long time.
It was gone all summer. He got it back in September, and it was gone in like May."
Yeah.
Maximus.
What was I saying? I was just in the middle of something.
Names.
The goats being gone.
Names.
Names?
Yeah.
Names for what? For the babies? Oh, we moved on. We were talking about the goat.
Yeah, you started reading questions, but I'm still reading people's names. See, look, they're naming Maximus.
Yeah. Mordecai. Max and Kai. I really like the name Kai.
So somebody just said the phone book is a good way. So I just was talking to my mom, and she said that my aunt actually named all 3 of her boys from the phone book. So she named them from last names. So they have Connor, Dalton, and Garrett. And those were all last names in the phone book. I don't think we own a phone book.
Yeah, we don't have a phone book.
But I'm sure we could find a virtual phone book.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, CJ, I just want to say thanks for joining us because I saw you over on Lester's, so I know you jumped over here. We're stealing their people. Let's see. Crew. We've talked about Crew.
I love the name Crew. I think it's so cute.
Yeah, that was from Miss Fowler Family Farm.
Thank you.
Yes, see, because she says she's smart. See, she says you could do Crew. It's close to Cruise, but no reference to Top Gun.
Yeah.
That kind of makes it grow on me a little bit.
There's certain names that I really like, and kind of just like doesn't feel the same vibes. So, somebody said, "How about Remington?" Okay, we have.
That was one of the names your mom said today too.
My mom did say that name. So Crandall views Remington as a boy's name. I view Remington as a girl's name, just because one of the people that I like to follow, her daughter's name is Remy, short for Remington. So I feel like that's just, we're not really into, like, what's it called when the name is both, can be
gender neutral?
Gender neutral names.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
A lot of people like Crew.
Colt and Logan. That one's my favorite.
That's funny. She has a brother named Colton and a brother named Logan, so we might not be able to see that one.
That's funny. See this? Twisted B Mini likes Crew.
Yeah.
See, it's a good name. But yeah, it was just funny to get like that text from my mom today. What'd she say? I think her list started off with like Forest, and then River, and I was like, where is she going with this? Like. She's trying to play into Crandall's side of, like, what he likes to do and things.
Carla says, I'm doing both Lester and you. You guys, I would probably be doing the same thing if we weren't the ones doing the live, because, like I said, we were watching Lester before we started this. And, no, I love their lives. And you guys, all of you, I'm sure, follow Jamie and Lester on the I'm a Survivor page and then their own individual pages. If you don't, go over and check out their channel. They are some of the most down-to-earth, raw, like, the coolest people. And one of the things, we'll go into a little bit of a side note here.
The biggest thing is we're hoping that if we talk them up so much, they'll give us one of their new turkeys.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, when we came back.
Baby turkeys.
When we came back from I'm a Survivor, we talked a lot about that. And we were like, man, if they ever have babies, we're going to have to try and get one of those babies from them. But, man, you made me lose my train of thought. I was...
Jamie and Lester.
Yeah, talking about Jamie and Lester. I was just going to say, like, they're the most down-to-earth, like, nicest people on the planet. Like, as you guys know, we went out and we spent a couple of days with them. And, I mean, they're just as real, if not more real, in person than they are on camera. Like I don't know how to...
That's who they are.
Yeah, that's like who they are.
You guys see is who they are. And that's how it's been with everybody that we've done collaborations with, like Keeping It Dutch or the Walker Farm fam, the Eddie family. Like, everybody... the Fowler
just
family.
So awesome.
Everybody is just so awesome, so nice.
And that's one thing I really like about like the YouTube community is I feel like you get a snapshot more into the people's lives than like real like cable TV, I guess. Where cable TV, they're in there, they're acting, they're playing a role, and you don't ever get to know the real person. And so that's one thing I love.
And that's one thing that's important for Crandall and I on this channel is like some days you'll get a goat video or you'll get videos about our animals and the next video might not have any animals. And that's just how our life is, where we have, especially Crandall, has so many different interests, but we want you guys to be a part of our life. And so to just give you like the farm life wouldn't necessarily be genuine of us. So we try to give you a
whatever
versatile,
we're doing. When we got married, Marcy, we sat down because I love to do everything. Okay, not everything. I don't really like puzzles or
anything that requires him to sit.
I don't really like sitting still. Like I like to be going out doing stuff. If it's outdoors, I'm in. And so when we first got married, I was snowboarding, I was wakeboarding, I was hunting, I was dirt biking, I was going to school. We were married. I was flying, like all of these things. And we just sat down. We're like, Marcy's like, okay,
cowboying.
Pick, I don't know, 5 hobbies. And those are the 5 hobbies that we're going to do. We're going to stick with, which has been great. Like we were talking about this just the other day. Like we have learned and grown so much throughout our marriage. And I think we both have given and taken. And it's just like, it's been amazing. It really has. Yeah. Like to see. Well, I mean, just even the difference between this pregnancy and our first pregnancy, like huge difference.
In our marriage is so different.
Like how we the dynamic and everything. It's more, okay, this might sound weird, but I feel like our dynamic now is a lot more like it was when we were dating than we were when we were first married.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like, I feel like, you know,
like
you get married and you have
together. And we like enjoy each other's company. I'm not saying we didn't enjoy each other's company.
But it was different because we were learning to coexist.
Yes.
And now we figured out, at least for now, how to coexist and mesh together. And we're back to that funner stage, I guess.
And I will say that's like one of the huge fears that I have in having these little boys is like how it, and I know like having a child is stressful and you go through this changing process. And so like, I am really nervous to see how that affects us for, you know, the next year.
It's going to be crazy.
It takes a long time to adjust.
Which, speaking of sleep, remind me, and we'll talk about sleep later in the live. Okay. But Sherman's Family Produce. So if you guys don't know, Sherman Family Produce, he reached out to me on our last live and was talking about buying our chicken eggs and stuff because he basically buys a whole bunch of local produce and then he sells it. And so we're going to work out some with that. But he also texted me. He's like, hey, like if you have any questions on your truck, like let me know, because we had shared that our truck heater wasn't working. And it pretty much, I don't know when it quit working, but when we went to go use it this fall, when it started getting cold, we didn't have any heat. And so we texted back and forth a little bit and he's like, hey, check these couple things. And thank heavens, all it was I ended up needing to add more refrigerant, I believe. Yeah, it's refrigerant to the heater so that it would be better, or so that it would pump and circulate through. So thank you so much for that. Like it is, now we have heat in our truck.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't used it yet, but kind of.
You're going to need it. I think everybody's kind of getting hit with a cold wave, but we're like, our highs for the next 10 days is like 50 degrees and lows in the 30s and high 20s. Like, ugh.
Hello, you have to hide your hand.
I know. Okay.
People are getting grossed out by your finger.
Okay. Billy asking about my finger.
Hey, we have a whole video on it, you guys. It's Saturday's video, so.
It's Saturday's video. Let's just say it's something that has never happened to me in my 10 years of construction, and it happened today. So, yeah.
I keep touching Kendall's ear because he has dirt on it, and it's bothering me every time I look at him. There's a piece of, like, a clump of dirt. Yesterday, him and Maverick, and he showered, so it's not from yesterday, it's from today. But yesterday, Maverick and Kendall were outside all day, and they both were so muddy when they came inside. And there's...
Oh my gosh, but it was so much fun. If you guys saw our short today, Maverick took his dump truck outside for I think the first time. I don't think he's really ever taken his dump
We
truck.
we let him take it out in the spring.
Yeah, well,
A
it
few
was
times,
his first
but
time really playing with it.
He didn't really know how to use it. All he knew how to do was like
Push
it.
So we went out there and we
I went to the grocery store.
We have 2 more days of warm weather before it freezes and gets cold. So I'm like, Maverick, let's go. And I've got a crap load of projects to get done outside. So I'm working on projects. He's playing. Well, anyways, he gets his dump truck out and we walk over and we have moles in our yard. I think they're moles, but they dig up and they'll build basically like a mound of dirt, but it's like light, fluffy dirt that they dug out. So I take Maverick over there and we get his dump truck and we grab handfuls of this dirt and wow, that's pretty impressive. And
we're just looking in the comments. Sorry.
We grab these handfuls of dirt and we're loading it in his dump truck, and he just has a hoot, and so he just ends up driving all over the entire yard, taking these dump truck fulls of dirt and going and dumping them. I did a short on YouTube, if you guys want to look at it, but it was so much fun.
So cute.
It was so cute.
It makes me hate those moments that like I have to leave to go do something, because I like come home and he's like, look what we did, and I'm like, oh, that looks like fun.
Yeah, no, it is good. Paul says our highs will be in the 30 this week. Man.
Wait, where do you live?
Probably anywhere in the northern hemisphere or northern side of the states. Northern hemisphere.
Yeah, I heard. Who were you listening to today that talked about they're living in the Arctic Circle?
I was listening to some podcast or something.
And the people are like, we're not, like, we just saw the sun for the last time for the next 4 months.
4 months without the sun. Yeah, no thanks. Yeah, I'm
like, I'm already pale. I can't imagine.
Yeah.
Not seeing the sun for 4 months.
4 months. I hate how short the days are already. Like, I love long days. But yeah, that's how it was if we had lived in Utah right now. I mean, they're getting snow and stuff like that, which is just awful.
I think we're supposed to get snow. Did you say Monday?
Well, yeah, but if we do, it probably just fall from the sky. I doubt it would stick or anything. Yeah.
30s during the day in Ohio.
Bye, Miss Fowler fam. Highs in the 30s during the day in Iowa. Yep. Yeah, Twisted Bee Mini's not ready for the cold. We aren't either. We moved down here and we got out of it a little bit from Utah, but not completely. That's why we might have to end up in Florida.
I know. I talked to, I guess, almost all of my family today. But I talked to my oldest brother who also lives in Florida, and I was telling him about our weather, and he was like, oh, you got to move.
Yeah.
Like, it's not bad. I mean, summers in Florida are hot.
Yeah. Well, our summer here was hot. It was probably hotter than some of the places in Florida. Tooele, maybe? Are you still finding scorpions? Thank goodness, no. We have not found any since I painted like a week or a week and a half ago, which I'm so glad about. I did see a spider crawl into the house today, and so I kind of figured out where the scorpions are coming in. I figured out, obviously, where a spider came in. So if a spider can come in, I'm sure a scorpion can't too. So I haven't filled the hole yet, but I sprayed a whole bunch of bug killer in there so that hopefully we can stop that access. And then I'll probably spray foam it or something like that to keep it actually sealed off. Hi from BC. Oh my gosh. Sandra. Hi from BC, Canada. Our highs in the 20s and lows are 3. Yeah. No thanks.
Have you ever been to BC?
No, I haven't. I really wanted to go.
It's so pretty there. My dad lived in Canada for a while, and so I've been a few times, and it's really, really pretty.
Yes.
I've also always wanted to go. Maybe I'm the only one, but I hate the snow. But for some reason, I don't really like national parks. I would rather sit in the car and read a book. But I have always wanted to go to Glacier National Park, or on the other side of the border, I think it's Banff. So I think that'd be so pretty.
Somebody says come to Hawaii.
Yes.
And then how would you say that? Robbie. Sorry, I'm butchering your guys' names. Oh, Robin, maybe, yeah. Beautiful 79 degrees here in Melbourne, Australia. So my brain's working. We live in Australia for half the year when it's cold, and then we live in the U.S. we live here the rest of the time.
Can you guys imagine Crandall living in Australia? Okay, his first thing is
it would be so fun.
He starts to talk like wherever he's from.
Yeah, when I lived in Fiji, I picked up a lot of an Australian accent because I had a lot of friends there that were Australian and New Zealand, and so I did pick up that accent quite a bit.
Yeah, and here you pick up like an Oklahoma, Texas accent sometimes. And like my family will comment on it. So like,
really?
Yeah. Hallie said it the other day. She was like, yeah, Crandall's really sounding different than he used to. I'm like, okay. So I can't imagine like you trying to switch back and forth. Or our kids.
I moved to Marlo says, I moved to West Texas from Western Colorado and I miss the snow. See, I'm with you there. I love the snow. I love playing in the snow. Like, I love snowboarding and snowmobiling and all of that kind of stuff. So I enjoy it, but Marcy doesn't. So I'll just have to go visit the snow.
I like snowmobiling. But like that.
But you've been pregnant for 3 years, basically. So we're going to have to wait. And then.
Only 18 months.
Okay, Sherman again says, oh, I just noticed the Christmas decorations in the background. Guys, look.
And I just can't believe we get to put 2 more stockings up. Okay, so let me tell you my stocking
This is crazy.
Story.
It's pretty impressive.
Okay, so when we first got married, I went and bought these stockings from our local bookstore in Utah. I bought these stockings. And then the next year, we had already had Maverick. And I was like, I just bought stockings for us. And I go back to the bookstore, and they have one left on clearance. And I end up buying it. Well, obviously now we have 2 more boys, and so we have to get 2 more stockings. But in my head, they have to match. I guess we could have, like, the boys and then do 2.
And then ours, yeah.
Yeah, like 2 white ones or something. But I was talking to my sister, and she goes, oh, I actually have those exact same stockings. So, and she's only ever used them once. So we're buying them for my sister so she can go buy new stockings. So we have all
5 matching. And I love them. But Marcy's done a super good job of decorating the house and getting like...
Even though, like, you know, we don't have trim or actual
We don't have
wall
trim.
color.
We don't have the wall paint up. We don't have floor. But, like...
It looks pretty cozy.
We're like on the lockdown stage of like, we don't want to do anything big because the twins could come any day. We don't want to be halfway through a project. Like, it's good enough as it is.
Everything but the laundry room.
Everything but the laundry room. But no, she's done a really good job. I'll show you guys. Let's see if this will work.
Wait,
I'll just show them.
I'm in the middle of doing the laundry.
Okay, excuse the mess and stuff, you guys, because we live in a construction zone. But this is also the other thing. This is like our front entryway table. And we got to add some more stuff to it. But it's sweet. And then that there.
It's hard to like set things up with Matt.
And look how good of a Christmas tree decoration she did. It looks done to me. There's our cute little Christmas tree. So we're trying to get in the Christmas spirit. Maverick's listening to Christmas music. Marcy's listening to Christmas music. They love it.
I got in the car yesterday and it was you listening to Christmas
music.
Yeah,
I did listen to Christmas music.
So that's him too.
Okay, CJ asked, are you going to do a baby shower video? Which this is a perfect segue into something that we might talk about today. I don't know. Maybe
a baby shower video. Okay, so.
Yeah, you want to explain it?
Basically what happened is my friends threw me a baby shower. It was supposed to be in October. And I got sick, and then Maverick got sick, and so we ended up, and then Crandall got sick.
And then I got sick.
So we ended up canceling it just for...
Because everybody was sick.
Yeah, everybody was sick, and like I was better by the time the shower was going to be, but all of my friends have little kids, and so we didn't want to get their kids sick, so we just ended up canceling it. And then all of my family, besides like my sister-in-law and Crandall's parents, I guess my brother, they all live far away, and we had a huge shower for Maverick with like all of my aunts and uncles, so we didn't end up doing a baby shower.
Yeah, so it kind of all fell through, but it's okay. It is what it is. Plus, all of you guys have been
so
nice with all the gifts and stuff you guys have sent. Like, it's been insane. So we feel like we had a virtual baby shower with all of you guys. So thank you guys so much.
Grateful.
I don't know how we could film that, but we'll just publicly come out and say thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And there's what we'll do, and what I've talked to Crandall about doing, is when, like, for those of you who've bought them clothes or something like that, like, we will end up posting pictures of them. And I'll try to post, like, when somebody has given us an outfit on our Facebook, whether it's a story, whether it's a post.
Yeah, of them
wearing in the outfit when they get to that size. Because obviously we didn't get, like, all newborn outfits or all 3 months. So,
yeah, we tried to kind of space it out a little bit.
Yeah, so I will try to post on our Facebook page. That's just the Eldridge fam, when they're born and then wearing their stuff.
Yeah.
So
try and make it so you guys can see the babies in the outfit.
Everything that, I mean, Crandall, he just showed like a big giant box of packages that we haven't got to today.
Yeah.
From people. So we're really, really grateful, and it's very helpful for us.
Okay, Chuck says, get past Thanksgiving first, then worry about Christmas. That's kind of how I've been.
But I had this thought today.
Okay, let's hear it.
Thanksgiving's an only American thing.
Okay, so you're saying...
So are people in, like, the UK already getting ready for Christmas?
That's a good point. Leave a comment.
That's my question.
Leave a comment
Australia,
if you don't celebrate...
UK, Zimbabwe.
Yeah, if you don't celebrate
Thanksgiving,
when do you start getting ready for Christmas? Because I think here in the U.S., a lot of people do that. A lot of people are like, hey, the week of Thanksgiving or right after Thanksgiving, then that's when we start setting up for Christmas.
And the only reason we set up so early this year is I wanted to make sure that we got to set up for Christmas because of the babies. And I didn't want to do it with, like, trying to feed babies at the same time. So we set up really early this year just so we could make sure it was done. Normally, we wouldn't set up for, like, a week or two.
Yeah, I think it's, yeah. I saw a good comment there. I wanted to... All right, maybe something else will come up.
I don't know what he's looking for.
I can't. Yeah. Oh well. So I've seen a couple of comments about outlet covers. Yes, you guys are right. We've got to put outlet covers on. The reason why they're not on is stupid because yes, but I have all brand new outlets for the entire house, and so I haven't put the cover on until I'm done painting. So that way I don't have to tape or cover up the outlet. I can just paint over it or whatever, and then I can go back and just take it off and put the new one on, and it's all clean. I don't have to tape it or anything like that. We did go through and tape all of the outlets. So unless he sticks something in there, he can't get shocked, which if there was the outlet in the wall or out of the wall, that would still happen either way.
Yeah. And I know you're still all panicking, and I would normally panic too. But we have been practicing this for a year. So when we first moved into the house, we ripped down walls, we did stuff. Well, this one wall right here, for some reason, we took that outlet cover off like the first day. And so it's always been hanging out, like wires, everything. But it actually doesn't work. And so anytime Maverick would even go by it, I would still act like it worked. So Maverick's kind of scared of them. Like,
which is okay with me.
Yeah, and it's perfectly fine with me. But I taught him with one that was broken not to go by it, not to touch it, that it was a scary thing, basically. So that way when we did take all the other outlet covers off, it hasn't ever been a problem. So, and his room does have covers on them. So.
Yeah. So a lot of people are saying that a lot of countries celebrate Thanksgiving, just not the same date.
Oh, yeah, because Canada has Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
But, like, is it still in, like, this holiday season, or is it, I think Canada's is, like, pretty soon.
Yeah.
You don't know, do you?
No, I don't, but Marcy's, we know somebody that's from Canada, yeah.
We do?
Yeah, Charlie's sister's.
Oh, yeah. Stuart.
Yeah, Stuart.
I was like, my babysitter growing up, her family's from Canada. they're pretty awesome.
Let's see. Okay, do you see any other good questions we should answer first? Or
do you have any pets? If so, how many? Okay, so for those of you who are new.
We have a ton of new people to the channel, which thank you guys so much for coming over, subscribing to the channel, liking the videos. Like, it helps us out so much. And it is so fun to get to know you guys. Like,
I love reading your comments.
Yeah, I was going to say the comments. We've been, like, obviously we've kind of exploded in the last, like, 2 months. And it's been so fun to start to get to know you guys through your comments and through, like, your name or your picture or whatever is next to your comment.
Yeah.
So, like,
or like certain people sign it like this same way. Like,
yeah,
there's a cute lady from Ireland who always signs the exact same way. And so it's like, oh, I know who that is because she always does the same thing.
Yeah.
So
we love that. Like, keep the comments coming. Like I said, we might not reply to every single one, but we read every single one. So, you know, we're seeing all of that and we love it. It's so much fun.
So we do have pets. We have a dog. His name is Goose. He's currently in puppy training. And he'll be back at the beginning of the year. But we're super excited to have him back with the new babies and everything. And then we have 4 ducks, and they're so cute.
They're so much fun, and I need to get better. I think I might have a clip in tomorrow's video, maybe in Saturday's video, a clip in some video soon of Maverick playing with the ducks.
I filmed it today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He is having so much fun with them. You guys, like, it is the cutest thing. He goes, duck, 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 and then just waddles up. He basically waddles the same as a duck, right? When he runs. So it's just so cute.
And his boots are just like a little bit big on him.
Yep.
But like, so his like feet, oh, it's so cute. So we have 4 ducks. We have over a dozen chickens.
Yeah, just over a dozen chickens, which we have some crazy chicken news for those of you that have been following us lately. Maybe, I don't know, one of last month's videos or something like that. We had a pretty crazy chicken incident. Well, OG has found a new home. We'll explain that probably in tomorrow's video, but that's another thing to kind of look forward to, I guess. But
I'm excited. I'm not gonna lie.
OG is no longer on the farm, and honestly, in the last like 3 days that he hasn't been on the farm,
Maverick has loved
being outside. He's starting to get more comfortable with the chickens too.
Yeah, and the ducks, like before, he wouldn't really spend time with the ducks. So if you didn't know, Maverick, our son, who's 2, got attacked by our chicken, and we asked for y'all's help and what to do with OG.
And the resolution comes tomorrow.
Yep. And so, but now that he's gone, Maverick has, like, he's not as scared. And then, I was gonna say that's all the animals we have. We have like 30-something quail.
Yeah, we've got.
I don't know what we're ever gonna do with them, but we have quail that Maverick loves to go get their eggs. It's his highlight of the day is getting the eggs from the ducks, the chickens, the quail.
Oh my gosh, I love it. I think I love it even more than he does. I love it about the same, or if not more. I went out like 10 times today. Went and got eggs.
I know.
I think we got like 5 or 6 eggs today, you guys, which is huge for us. We haven't been getting any, and now we have a lot more.
I wonder if it's daylight savings.
It's the daylight savings, you guys. The chickens follow it.
And then we have a goat, and our goat's name is Zan, and he
smells
really bad right now.
Speaking of which, today he went and peed on his face, and then came over, and I was sitting on the lawnmower, and he climbed up on the lawnmower and started biting my leg.
I don't even want to know how that was possible.
Yeah, it's nasty. It's disgusting.
He's in season.
Yeah, he's in the rut.
So.
Okay. Sis Kate says, do you have a schedule that you post videos? Yes. We post every Monday, Thursday, and Saturday. And then.
We try to get them around 7 a.m.
Yeah, 7 or 8 a.m. in the morning. And then we also will do our Wednesday live and potentially a Sunday afternoon live, like 2-3 o'clock Central Time on Sundays. Last Sunday was our first one. We'll see if we keep up with that.
I think that was our second.
So that's kind of like a bonus video, bonus live, I guess. So we'll see if you guys like it. We'll keep doing it. If not, we'll just keep it to Wednesday.
Yeah. And like Wednesday's lives, we'll talk about what's going on the farm and things like that. And so after the kiddos come, maybe Sunday lives will be more of them being in it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you guys, we are so, I kid you not, we
We're
are
so
so excited for the twins. But I am so excited to bring them to you guys. Like,
Yeah.
I love being able to share our family with you guys, and we love the support and the love that you guys show to us. And it's so much fun to me. Like, I literally, don't know any of you guys other than our relationship through YouTube, but I feel like we have a connection, and I feel like we can share our lives with you. And sometimes we'll do things that offend people. Sometimes we'll do things that people get mad at, or we'll laugh together, we'll cry together, we'll have these experiences together. And I love that, and that we get to share our life with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully, we'll have good days, we'll have bad days, days that we
we all
can
have
inspire and uplift, and
and help each other find motivation.
Yeah, exactly. Noreen says, do you want any guineas? We had 6 guineas this year, and every single one of them got eaten by raccoons. So we may or may not get them again next year. We don't know. We really like them for the ticks, because when we had them, we didn't have any ticks. As soon as they were all gone, we started having ticks again. So everybody says they're good for ticks. They're excellent for ticks. So we'll see how the chickens do, probably with keeping down the ticks, and then we'll decide if we actually need to get them again or not. Because with Maverick being outside, it's just easier if...
He didn't get a single tick.
Yeah, he got one, but it wasn't even in him.
It was just on him.
Yeah, it was just on him. So they definitely do.
But like Crandall will come inside, like after the guineas were all gone. Crandall and like everybody's like, well, why didn't you have a cage for them? We did, and they would not go in there. We'd have to catch them every night. And if you guys have ever seen them, they're fast.
Yeah.
Like, they were really fast.
And and they started sleeping up in the tree, so I was like, okay, because they're a much wilder bird than a chicken is. Yeah. And I feel like they have a little bit more sense in some ways, which they did to sleep in the tree, but then the raccoons got smarter.
Yeah, so, but we might get them again.
Yeah.
I just hated how loud they are. But we have one chicken whose clucker, I think, is broken.
Yeah, we've got a couple.
He, will sit by, or is it a girl?
I don't know. No, I don't know.
I think it's a hen. And she'll sit, right outside our back door in the mornings and just, squawk. And it's so annoying. I did not grow up on, a farm. I never dreamed of being woken up by a chicken. But that's how I've got up the last 3 days, is from the cockadoodle doing. So. Yeah.
I see some people saying on here we need to get a moderator. We will try and do that for our next live. Sorry about that. Thanks for going down there and I think you guys, it looks like some people maybe can help flag messages or things like that. So thanks for doing that if you're able to. But
it's this one.
We'll try and get this sorted out here.
That's the third time I've seen it.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that. Okay, you guys ready to hear what's happened?
I think we're at peak capacity.
Peak capacity, and we've had a lot of people ask. So
okay.
I've seen the comments. So let me tell you the story. So basically, you guys know, last Sunday we hadn't heard.
Wait, actually, pause. I'm sure there's some of you guys out there who have been like, man, they just don't want to tell us, or they're just trying to keep it a secret, or, whatever that is, that we've known and haven't shared it with you guys.
We haven't known.
We have not known at all, which Marcy will attest to this. Now that we know, it's okay, we can see the finish line. Let's go. Let's run to it. Where before it's just been good. What's next? What's going on? So.
And you have to understand that even though we do have a date now for the C-section, I could still go into labor tonight. I could still go into labor in 2 weeks. It just means that there's a finish line, which feels so good, because at my last doctor's appointment, I left so discouraged. So basically, my doctor told me at my last doctor's appointment that she would talk to my high-risk doctor, and then she would pick a date, basically. And my high-risk doctor wants me to have the babies between 38 and 39 weeks, which that's the week before Christmas because our due date is technically December 22nd. And so I was like heartbroken because this whole time I had thought that up until this point we would have them around 37 weeks. So for her to be like, I'm going to talk to your high-risk doctor, and I knew that my high-risk doctor wanted me to wait till 38 or 39 weeks. Well, on Tuesday night, Crandall's been sleeping on the couch, you guys.
She kicked me off to the couch.
No.
First, I had to sleep in the goat pen, and now I have to sleep on the couch. I guess it's a little bit of a step up. It's like a 5-star resort compared to the goat cage, but no, I'm kidding you guys.
Okay. No, he has been sleeping on the couch.
I have been sleeping on the couch, actually.
But I've just had this horrible, like, dry cough, and he's been so nice to, like, sleep on the couch instead of making me sleep on the couch, because I totally would have just, like, gone and slept on the couch so he can sleep. But he's let me have the bed because I've been coughing so bad. So
yeah, she, like, will cough and then get up and go to the bathroom and then come back and cough and then blow her nose. It's been, like, neither of us could get any sleep.
Not to mention I still have to pee every hour. Yep. So, like, he finally just has moved to the couch for the last 2 days. So 2 nights ago, I was up in the middle of the night and I couldn't fall asleep. So I was going through and I was deleting emails. And I almost deleted this email that was from the hospital because I've been getting, like, a bunch of spam and, like, review our hospital. But it said, like, check in for your upcoming procedure. And I was like, oh, I think it's been scheduled. So I, like, click on it, and it's 2:20 in the morning. And I click
didn't even know that. That's funny.
I click on it, and I was so excited. Like, it took me a minute to find out. And I, like, could not sleep for, like, another, like, 45, 50 minutes. I just, like, was so excited that we finally had this date. And I sat there debating, do I go wake Crandall up? Do I not wake him up? Like, should I go tell him?
I was probably already awake.
And I was like, I just want to tell him, but I didn't. So that morning we got up at 7, and I go sit on the couch with him, and I'm sitting there, and I say, so we got...
I got our date. Well, I had asked her, like, 3 days before. I was like, do you have an email yet?
No, you asked me the day before.
Oh, the day before? I was like, do we have a date yet? Like, what the heck is going on? And
yeah, so our date is December 1st.
December 1st, you guys.
And I'm so excited. Like, I just, like, wanted to cry because it's right at 37 weeks. Yeah, I'm 37 weeks on the dot. So tomorrow I turn 34 weeks. And so basically what my doctor did is she took what my high-risk doctor had advised and what she had advised. And so my high-risk doctor doesn't look at anything that has to do with me. So he doesn't look at my blood pressure or how my body is doing. And so she takes in both the babies and my body into consideration when she chooses a date. So.
But you guys, I'm seeing a lot of comments. A lot of people are like, somebody was saying that they're due on December 2nd.
We can have babies together.
Yeah, seriously. Let's see. My birthday's December 4th.
Yeah, and it's funny because my oldest brother, his birthday's December 3rd, and then I have a sister-in-law whose birthday's December 5th. So we're all just, like, skipping.
It's all going to be close.
But I just can't believe it. And so they sent me, like, a checklist of things that I have to do that morning before we go in for the C-section. And so we talked to Crandall's parents, and they're going to take Maverick for us. But I'm so excited. I just am so relieved that, like, it's 3 weeks from tomorrow. Like, we have.
Yeah, it's so. You guys, the other thing, I've asked Marcy this 10 times today. I'm like, how in the heck is it November 9th?
I think it's the 10th.
Is it the 10th?
No, it's the
9th. Yeah. How is it November 9th already? Like, time is going so fast. And Marcy was talking to her sister, and she's like, man, I just don't know if I can make it that long. And you guys, who knows? We could totally have the baby next week. Like, anytime it really is possible. But at least we have a deadline.
I thought my water broke yesterday. So, like, I thought we were going to have them yesterday.
Yeah.
But no, I just peed my pants.
She kind of does that a lot right now. But, you know, it's all part of the experience.
I mean, we said we were an open channel. What did I say last time that I was constipated?
Yeah. She's constipated and pees down her leg. No big deal.
I mean, there is so much pressure.
Yeah.
These boys are huge. Like, they're big babies. So,
but when she was talking to her sister, she was like, I don't know if I can make it that long. Like, it seems so far off. And then her sister's like, you realize that's only like 3 weeks away. And we've got my sister and her family coming into town
from Utah.
From Utah for Thanksgiving. And we've got a couple other big things planned. And it's like, oh yeah, actually that's going to be here before we know it. And
we have like our anniversary too. So our anniversary is the week before. Thanksgiving's the week before. Like, we have all of these things, and I'm sure you guys do too.
Yeah.
Like, you guys have tons of plans in the next 3 weeks, and so, not to mention, I was like, kind of, we still have all of YouTube to do, and have to get these videos ready and out, and
yeah. So it is like, I feel like it's nice for me to know that. To know that we have a date, because now I'm like, okay, this is the checklist of things I need to get done before then, and so I'm running around trying to get everything done. And then we also have, our first winter weather coming, and so that's putting a lot of pressure on getting it done. But it's kind of a sigh of relief.
Like, I'm so excited.
And their room is all done, as far as you guys have seen.
I'm all packed. Maverick's all packed. Kendall, are you packed?
No, but I'll just go grab a t-shirt and a pair of gym shorts. And
so let me tell you guys, I threw in a pair of sweats and a t-shirt into my suitcase for Kendall, because I figured that
I would bring dirty clothes.
He would probably come in dirty clothes. He'd probably use the shower before I get to use the shower, because that's just how it is with you, huh?
No.
Yeah.
I would totally let you use the shower first.
No, but you'll need to shower first, because you'll be covered in my dirt and stuff.
Yeah. Well, they'll make you wait to shower.
Yeah, 24 hours.
Yeah.
Which, it'll just be so different, because we had Maverick it was 9 o'clock. So it was like, we had him, and then we kind of like got ready and went to bed. But like with them, it'll be more in the morning. So, but if you want to know our video schedule for that, we have them on a Thursday. I think our first videos of the twins will come out on Saturday.
Yeah. Hopefully. Saturday. If everything goes well, then yeah, that's what it'll be.
Yeah.
So somebody asked, did you have a C-section with Maverick? We'll go over that shortly, because we did talk about that in another live.
The last live, if you want to go watch. I think it was the last live.
It might have been the one before that. I think it was the one before that.
Can't remember.
But yes, she had a C-section with Maverick. She was in labor for like 25 hours, and he wouldn't come out. So they just said, Kate, we're going to have a C-section. And 10 minutes later, we had the baby.
And like, I'm going to be honest. I would love to not have to have a C-section to give birth naturally. But our sweet little baby, his feet he's head up. So because it's twins, they won't let me deliver.
Yeah, that's from the doctor, right? She said that?
Both of them.
Yeah.
So both my high risk and my doctor and hospital policy won't let me deliver if baby A is breech. So
somebody says,
go live. Go live on the first.
Go live on the first. We may do that.
We may.
We're gonna see.
It depends on how they're doing and how I'm doing.
That's what I was going to say. So we would love to go live from the hospital. Obviously, we're going to have to talk to the hospital about that and see. If we do that, it's going to be a very short live, I would guess, because doctors and stuff are coming into the room every 10 minutes. But we may do that. But we're going to try and bring as much to you guys, as much as you guys want. Like I said, we're more than willing to share it with you guys, because we do feel like you guys are a part of our life. Not only that, but you're a part of our life journey. And we're kind of all in this together, and we love it, and it's so much fun. So we're gonna try and do that.
Sorry, we still have that fly problem. We had.
Yeah, flies. Okay, what does Maverick think of the babies?
Guys, he's the cutest. He's gonna be the best big brother. Today I told him.
We hope so.
We hope. Today I told him to go get in bed. Well, he went and got in his brother's crib.
Did he really?
So, yeah.
That's the problem. We're not going to be able to take him away from the kids.
Yeah.
She's going to want to sleep in the same room as them.
So he went and he got in the crib. He grabbed, they have a basket full of swaddle blankets right next to the crib, and he grabs the blankets and he wants all of them. And someone from, one of you guys actually bought them some stuffed animals, and he'll hold both stuffed animals in his arm. And he just laid there in the baby's crib. And I was like, no, Maverick, we actually have to go to your bed. So I think he'll be a really good brother. He's excited. He knows, like, he knows that something's going on.
But I just don't think he understands what a baby is. Like, that he's going to have
He hasn't
babies.
been around babies enough. And, like, we've shown him baby dolls. But, like, when we ask him where his brothers are, he'll point to the pictures of them on the fridge, like their ultrasound pictures. Or he'll point to his belly or to my belly. But he'll, like, come up and kiss my belly. His favorite thing to do is, like, pull up my shirt. But he always tries the most when I'm in a dress. Like,
he wants to pull up the whole dress.
He wants to pull up the whole dress to, like, kiss my belly. He loves giving my belly button his binky, which is kind of gross. But, I mean, I don't really have a belly button anymore, so.
I've seen a couple people say, hey, my birthday's December 1st. You know what's crazy to me, you guys? Is like December 1st is like you're going to have the babies. Like we will have babies on December 1st. It's not like you go in for a doctor's appointment and they'll decide. It's like, so honestly, I'm still trying to wrap my head around that.
Yeah.
But it makes me super, super excited.
And I think we both talked about how like the next week is going to feel the longest for us.
Yeah. And the days to come. Like I'm excited for Christmas, you guys. But this is like huge. Better than Christmas.
Yeah, it's like our Christmas came 24 days early.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing is if we would have had one baby and not twins, we would have been due right at Christmas.
Christmas, yeah. Our due date was the 22nd. So,
Carol B says sometimes names come to you once you see the babies. Honestly, that's kind of where I'm at. Like, I feel like we're going to see the babies. We're going to have, like, 4 names picked out, and we're going to be like, hey, this is it. I want
the cute sign in the hospital that says, welcome.
Welcome, baby.
Henry. I think somebody just said Henry. But, yeah, welcome, baby.
Yeah.
But
that would be cute, but.
It would be cute if Kendall could just agree on one of my names.
I know.
One of my 50 names that I've come up with. So, but we're so excited. Again, if you guys have any baby names, feel free to send them our way. We love reading them.
Yeah.
My birthday's November 26th. Hey, that's my mom's birthday.
Maybe that's your mom.
No. That's not my mom.
I don't
think my mom knows how to use a live.
I'm still interested. I feel like there's still like this huge mystery cloud of unknown of like when they're actually going to come. Because, I mean, if you guys could see Marcy, which I'm sure you guys see it through the videos and stuff like that, like she's ready to pop. Like just so uncomfortable. So like it's just everything. Yeah, I don't even know how to explain it. It's just
like
awful.
by the end of the night, my legs like definitely swell up.
Yeah,
like swollen. I have to get in the tub every night to like try to unswell basically.
Thank you so much, Carrie. It's a yay. December 1st is my birthday. Congrats, you guys. Oh, you guys are going to be twinners.
Actually, it would be triplets.
Triplets. Yeah. Colt and Dakota go with Maverick. Yeah, they do.
I like Dakota. That's cute. Yeah, I have no room in the inn.
I love that. That's awesome. Yeah, they're running out of space.
And that person says, I've never thought about the name Blaze, but I really like the name Gunner. Blaze. I still really like the name Gunner.
Problem is do you guys ever, like, when somebody says a name, like, you associate it with somebody and maybe it's positive or negative?
Gunner.
I'll tell you, my brother in elementary school, I don't know, kindergarten, 1st, 2nd grade, he's
kicking one of my favorite names out for his brother's kindergarten friend.
No, it was actually a bully.
It was kindergarten.
The kindergarten bully was named Gunner, and so ever since then, I've just not really liked the name. Maybe I just need to be another Gunner.
What do you have against Hunter?
Nothing. Guys, I just don't love it.
I'm so confused. This is so hard. Way harder than it was with Maverick. Maverick was either going to be Cash or Maverick.
Yes,
that is why we.
And I kind of like Cash still, which some of you guys have said Cash.
But I just I did speech therapy all growing up through like junior high. Basically, I stopped in junior high, but I have a really hard time pronouncing my R's, my CH's, my SH's, And so cash makes me
See, but you say it fine now.
But it makes me very uncomfortable to say. Like, I have to focus it on it. And like, you'll even hear sometimes in our videos, like, my letters slur. And that's just how it's been my whole life. And so I'm not going to name my child something that I like am self-conscious about saying.
Yeah.
So
thank you so much, Carol B. You guys are awesome. So glad Lester introduced you to us. We've had so much fun.
Introduced us to you. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, we were talking about this earlier. Like, they are the best, just the most nice. Like, I honestly feel like they're a second parent to Marcy and I. Like, they're so nice. You guys, I mean, you guys know this. You follow their channel.
Kendall was talking to Lester the other night, and Kendall gets off the phone, and he was like, or it was during the day.
Yeah.
And he's like, I just love talking to Lester because I feel like he motivates me so much. And so we'll carry this back to our beginning question. Our question for this live, if you didn't know, was what's one thing.
Oops. Oh. We better edit that out.
We'll talk about real life.
Okay, don't move the table. It's your coffee.
Sorry. But we talked about, like, what's one thing in life that motivates you. And I think for us, it's other people.
Yeah, associate yourself with good people.
Yes.
And I think that goes along with, like, watch fulfilling entertainment. And I think that's why a lot of people don't have cable TV. They don't watch cable and stuff like that.
And if you do, that's fine.
Yeah, no, there's nothing against it.
Says we don't have cable TV. But you guys, I have a list of shows I watch each week.
Yeah, so. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. But, like, for me personally, I like to connect with other people. And I feel like, you know, YouTube and all these other content creators, that's it. And now it's even, like, I find it as a huge, huge blessing that we now get to know some of these other creators on a personal basis, like Jamie and Lester. And it's just like, it's honestly a breath of fresh air every time I talk to them or text them, you know, and communicate with them. And guys, it's just awesome. It's so much fun.
So hopefully you guys can find something that motivates you to do something either different or
to try new things.
New things.
Or just
that's
get up in
coming
the morning.
From the person who doesn't really like to try new things. I think I do an okay job.
You're doing, you do a lot better
than I did.
You know, that's one of the blessings of marriage, I would say, at least that I've seen in our marriage, is like the growth that we've both seen. And I think it's because we both realize, we both have the same goal, but like we both realize that one of us is better at something than the other person, or maybe one of us enjoys something that the other person doesn't. And we've been able to learn and grow, kind of like we were talking about earlier. Like at the beginning of our marriage, we had to figure all that stuff out. And I feel like by this point, we've got a pretty good handle on what each other like and don't like. And it's like, now we can use those things to grow closer together. And we both use that to change, to try and have a better marriage. Because marriage is a lot of work. Like, it's been awful. And it's been great. Like, it's the highs of the highs and the lows of the lows. It really is. Yeah. Like, you can't say it's not. Like, It sucked some nights. Sometimes I've had to actually sleep on the couch, you guys.
I think Crandall slept on the couch like once.
Okay, maybe like
I feel like if anything, it's me who goes to the couch because I get upset that he like fell asleep and I didn't feel like we were done talking.
She didn't finish getting mad at me, so she went to sleep.
And that I'm being honest, like that doesn't really happen.
Yeah, it doesn't
anymore. It did though, like the first year. But like if you guys didn't know, so I went to college for communication studies. So that's basically how to communicate with people. And my emphasis was on like family communication and like overcoming conflict. And so that's something that like has been hard for Crandall and I to like, because I had like a certain mindset of like, this is how you, even though like I studied it in college, like this is how you do conflicts, like, and conflict resolution and things. And so to like then have to learn it with Crandall and learn what way's best for us. I think the best advice Crandall has ever given me is like, why choose to be upset?
Because it's like, a choice. It really is. And sometimes.
And I have to sit there, and I will be honest, and this might be a woman's thing or just me, but sometimes I would sit there and I would think, well, why am I really mad? Like, am I really mad or do I want to be mad?
Or
And
was
once-
it a buildup of things? Because I felt like
Yeah.
a lot of times it was a buildup rather than one thing.
Yeah. And so, like, once we got past that, I feel like it's definitely been awesome.
Yeah, no, it's been
So much
really
fun.
good.
And hopefully you can come sleep in the bed.
Yeah, tonight I might go sleep in the bed.
As I've like coughed this entire time.
Seriously.
No, we're just really grateful for all of you guys and all of your support, and we love learning and growing and sharing with you.
Okay, Brenda says, don't worry about having twins. I was a single parent. Kudos to you with twin girls. They entertain themselves. I would always prefer twins over single pregnancy. So this is actually something that we were talking about today is I was like, Mars, like this is going to be such a different dynamic. Like, first of all, we already have Maverick. We're having another baby, but we're also having twins. And then I was also like, but now they're going to have people to hang out with and play with and like, I guess, entertain themselves with. And I'm like, I cannot wait to have the interaction. And, you know, Maverick being the big brother and showing his little brothers how to ride their bikes or how to do the dump truck or, you know, just whatever it is. And it's going to be so much fun. It really is. But I am.
Are you going to be like a kid on Christmas? Because I feel like, not a kid on Christmas, but like Kendall, it's so cute to watch him and Maverick. Like, I wish you guys could just watch them most of the time because, like, a lot of the times I feel like I try to get things for you guys to see on film, but there's those moments where I just sit there and I'm like, I have to enjoy this. And they'll be like, oh, dang, I should have filmed that. Like, that was so cute. Like, how they wrestle together or whatever they do is just, I don't know. It's so cute. Like, Maverick gets so excited to go do anything with Colonel. So it'll be interesting to see if the other boys are like that too, because they might want to be with their mom instead, and they might want to watch a movie.
Yeah, maybe. Let's read through a couple of names here, Mars, because you might get inspired.
Oh,
Cash and Connor, Henry and Hugh, Victor, Ethan and Ian.
That's cute. How do you say that?
Nikau, maybe. Braxton.
Colonel actually really likes that name.
Ethan.
My sister's boyfriend in high school, not boyfriend. My sister's high school crush was on a kid named Braxton.
Really?
I told you that. I'm like pausing because I'm like, I hope he doesn't ever find this out because I just spoiled her secret.
Oh, really?
I don't think he knows.
Oh, him, the guy.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes more sense. Caleb, Colton, Dalton. We can't do Colton. That's Marcy's brother's name, but Dalton, Dakota.
That's my cousin's name is Dalton.
Really? Remington and Colt again. Blaze and Blake. Oh my gosh, that would be crazy.
I was going to say, I really like that. But we just have a new nephew, and his name is Blake.
Oh my gosh, Logan and Cash. So we were in Cache Valley, Utah is where we lived, in the city of Logan. So that would be pretty crazy.
Which is why my mom named my brother Logan, is because my parents met in Logan, Utah. So they named my brother Logan. So it would have been funny if we would have named Maverick Cash, because then we would have had Cash and Logan.
Yeah. Zealand. Don't think I've ever heard that.
That's the little Brant's son's name.
Really?
Zealand. He's so cute.
That is.
I don't know if you guys know who that is, but they're a YouTube family.
Dang, that's
Zealand. Yeah, I love it. I think it's super cute, and I love the name Nash. Whoever said that, but again with the SH, it makes me.
You can't do it.
I can't do it. It's so sad, but that's like one of my favorites. But
Cordell. Somebody says Cordell.
That's what I told the Walkers we were going to name our son.
Austin and Dallas. Okay, Marcy really likes the name Harvey and Houston.
What do you guys think?
Just first thought. What comes to your mind on those two names?
But Austin is actually Maverick's middle name. So.
Oh yeah, that's true.
You didn't even think about that.
No, I didn't. But maybe we name our next kid Austin Maverick.
Well, I thought about naming like the other one, like Dallas is their middle name, and then like Houston is the other one's middle name. So they all have cities in Texas as their middle name.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
But we already actually have the middle names picked out. We don't have the first names picked out.
Yeah. Oh, Harvey was my first crush.
Oh.
Marshall Cruising Maverick. What? Yeah.
Yeah.
See, hurricane. Everybody says hurricane.
Cindy, you got it.
Yeah. Well, I guess we would be like the namesake of I'm a survivor because of all of that. But yeah, we both decided we probably shouldn't do that.
I loved it though, but I would feel so bad. Like, what if Harvey always picked on Houston?
Yeah, no, there's just too much
doesn't-
going on there. That
It
doesn't
doesn't
work.
But I really loved it. Goose and Iceman. Goose is our dog. So
I know.
we did get you there. Like,
we need to get another pet animal, and this probably won't be for a while because we want to get all of our fencing and our property
and our
taken care
children
of,
here.
and our kids. Yeah, but
I
we
think
need to aim.
We have like a few names that we want.
Maybe
want
we name
Rooster
Maverick's horse Iceman
or Rooster.
or Rooster.
I just think it's so funny that like we got our 1.5-year-old a dog, and we named the dog Goose. So then he would be like, it took forever to retrain him that a dog wasn't a goose.
Yes. Yeah. Talk about messing up a kid's brain.
Yeah.
Teach it. Yeah. Tell him that his dog is named Goose, but then you show him what a goose is, and it's not a dog.
Yeah.
I think
so
he still
has,
struggles with it.
He has this book, and it like has different animals, and he points to them, and one of them is a goose, and I just have to say duck. Because I can't tell him it's Goose because right next to that picture is a picture of a dog. And so it's kind of crazy.
Oh my gosh, you guys are blowing this
I
up.
have a cat named Duck.
That's funny.
Oh, somebody else does too.
Wow, your two
people.
comments on top of each other. You both have cats named Duck. That's hilarious.
See, that person said Cruz. I like Cruz. That's a cute name.
Yeah.
Jonathan,
Lester.
Titus, Ice, and King.
Layden.
Layden.
I've never heard. Like we haven't talked about that. Layden.
Dylan.
What about Lincoln? Lincoln.
Lincoln, like the president.
Yeah.
Lester and Chester.
I saw somebody say Lester and Jake.
Okay, here, let me read you. My mom sent me some funny names. I'm not making fun of her. Mom, I'm not making fun of you, but the list she sent me was Everett, which we actually really like.
I do like Everett.
So we like Everett. I love, and we actually might go with the name Jackson. Maybe. Crandall doesn't really like it. I like Jackson and calling him Jax.
Probably not. Good try.
Brooks. It reminds me of Brooks and Dunn.
Yeah.
Any Brooks and Dunn fans? Because I'm a huge Brooks and Dunn fan. Beckett, Trevor, Forest, River, Cannon. Which, those all three together, Forest, River, and Canyon.
Yeah.
Is it Canyon or Cannon? I think it's Canyon.
That's Canyon, yeah.
Wow, my mom got creative. Mitchell, Mason, Remington, Harrison, Rainier. Like, I think like Mount Rainier.
Interesting.
Ranger. Walker. Which I didn't realize when we met the Walker Farm fam.
Yeah.
That it like took me a while to realize that they named their oldest child Ranger Walker.
Yeah, like after the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the cutest thing. Like if we had a last name that was possible.
I had a friend. I had a friend named Tyler Christmas, and he was born on Christmas.
That's
crazy, huh?
Yeah. So my maiden name is Van Wagenen. And I always thought it'd be funny to name my child like BMW or like Lexus. So it's like Lexus Van Wagon.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that funny? Or like car or something like along those lines of like an automobile type thing.
That's funny.
You didn't even know
Caden,
that.
Connor.
Caden's
Delson.
Cute. Crandall's friend's name is Caden.
Yeah, I do have a friend named Caden. Duke and Wayne. Gage and Ryder. A lot of Ryan and Ryder. A lot of Ryder. Ryder was Marcy's dog.
My like teenage dog. My parents
they just had to be put down, right?
Yeah, like back in January.
Like a couple of months ago, they both got super. They were really old.
Ryder and Rugby.
Yeah.
Were my dogs. and bingo.
It was pretty hard.
So my mom just got a new puppy, and they named her. Actually,
Belle.
no. Okay, I'm super confused, and I should just ask her. I don't think she'll watch this, so I'm just going to talk to you guys about it instead. Her dog, my dad calls her Belle.
Yeah.
My mom calls her Annabelle, but my sister says they told her it was Bella.
It's all of the above.
I don't know.
I mean, those
which
all have
one.
the same sub Belle in it.
Yeah,
so.
but I don't know, like, if the dog's name is actually Annabelle, or if it's Belle, or if it's Bella. So I just call the dog Belle, and Maverick like loves watching it.
Yeah.
So. Okay, the end of the list is Cooper, Zayden, Keaton, Caden, Ethan, Bo, Wyatt, and Hawk. Where'd you get Hawk from? I feel like it was like pretty consistent, and then there's Hawk.
And then Hawk, yeah.
I think Hawk is a pretty cute name, but I just don't know if I could do that.
Carmen says our dog is Bella.
Bella, see, it's cute.
It is a cute. I think it's a cute dog name.
Cam, that's cute.
Cruz and Dakota.
Trevor, Tanner, and Clive.
Clive, maybe. Yeah.
Clive. So
it's interesting. You guys, looking through these comments, a lot of you guys are saying like there's like 5 names that probably 10 or 15 people have said.
Yeah. And what's interesting too is we both come from big families. These boys will be the 12th grandkids for my parents. And then Crandall's family, they'll be number 9 and 10.
I have no idea. I've been actually
9 and 10, and then but 11 and 12 are on the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so we'll be 12 and 12.
We'll be 12 and 12
Dang.
by the time, like, 10 months from now, basically. We'll be.
Yeah. My brother, we found out my brother's pregnant, which is so fun, and then my sister's pregnant as well.
Yeah. So there's so many babies. So it's so funny to, like, read through this. And we both come from big families anyways. Like, Crandall's parents both have 9 siblings.
Yep.
Crandall, you can't touch your phone.
Oh, no.
He got mad at me for touching the table, but that was him touching his phone.
Sorry, we got to get a better stand. It's like I have like my AirPods behind the phone, like tipping it up.
Because it like leans back. It's weird.
It's weird.
So it has to be like this. So, but we both, his parents come from 9 siblings, or 9 kids.
My dad's got 10, and my mom's got 9.
And my mom has 8. My dad has like 3 siblings, 4, 3. So we both come from big families, have lots of cousins. And so we like look through your things, and if we don't say anything, a lot of time that's because we already have a family member named that, which I'm not opposed to like necessarily naming somebody, like naming one of our kids the same as one of my cousin's kids, but
not immediate family.
Yeah, like my mom, she named my brother Colton, and I also have a cousin named Colton.
So and this one, what about Stetson and Cruz? I love the name Stetson, but my nephew is Stetson, so Maverick's cousin is Stetson. So that name got taken before I could get to it.
Yeah, and that's the same with like Tanner, Blake.
We already have 2 Emilys
and 2 Zoes.
And 2 Zoes. So on my side of the family, I have a Zoe and an Emily, and on Marcy's side, they have a Zoe and an Emily, which is kind of funny.
Yeah, and it's funny because it's from like my brother. It's Zoe and Emily are his kids, and then Crandall, it's his sister-in-law, or his sister, my sister-in-law, and his niece.
Yeah.
So, like, it wasn't, like, 2 family. I don't know. It's just one of those.
A lot of Gunner.
Gunner's cute, Crandall.
Oh, man. You might have to change my mind.
Zach and Zan.
Oh, Blake and Jake. That's cute.
That's cute.
That is so cute. Should we just do it? We need 2 Blakes. There's 2 Zoes. There's 2 Emilys.
Blake and Jake. It's cute, but little baby Blake is so cute too.
I know.
So, and maybe if we weren't close to our siblings, but I feel like we are close to our siblings. Yeah. So, like, we're like, when my mom named her son Colton, my uncle was living in Texas. Like, they didn't really see him. So, we, like, never really ever saw my cousin Colton.
So, it wasn't a big deal that they were the name the same.
Trenton. Crandall has a
Titus.
cousin. Yeah.
Hunter and Gunner.
Ralph, Parker. That's our, Parker is our brother-in-law. So, that one's cute. Rhett and Randall.
Oh my gosh, you
But
guys.
we were gonna name one of the middle names Crandall.
Well, we'd have to change that. But
what if his name was Randall Crandall?
Randall Crandall Eldridge. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine the sports announcers right now?
Oh.
We got Randall Crandall Eldridge on the line.
He can't even say his last name. But
It's a tongue twister.
Okay, so this is the thing, is Crandall has this dream for our sons. And you should know this now. Crandall wants them to do motocross.
We'll all be riding dirt bikes together. We love it. We even bought Marcy a dirt bike. I don't know if we ever made a video about it. We might have.
Didn't. I think I have
Was
like
it
one
before
picture.
YouTube?
Yeah, it was. It was last May.
Before she was pregnant, we got her into dirt biking, and so now.
But we sold the dirt bike.
We sold the dirt bike. We don't have any dirt bikes right now, but we're gonna be a whole little dirt biking family. It's so much fun. We love it. That's one way that I really decompress. I feel like I can go out on the mountains or on the trails and ride a dirt bike, and either scare the crap out of myself or be so focused that I forget about everything else, but it just clears my mind.
I really like him doing it because I feel like he comes home rejuvenated.
It like
which,
relaxes
like, a
me.
lot of other things don't necessarily do that. So, but kind of wants our boys to do like motocross or supercross.
Yeah, motocross,
or
supercross. Just
dirt bike. And so it's always funny because whenever we talk about these baby names, we'll be like Maverick Eldridge, number 30.
Yeah, we have to actually sports announce it because
we got to see what it sounds like. Or somebody told me to like whisper the names or like yell the names.
And then you got to also think, okay, when it's cute as a baby, but is it cute as a 20-year-old? Like, you know, I don't know. Got to pick a name that's just perfect for all ages.
Yeah, Crandall.
Rusty and Dusty. I know Crandall's kind of an old name. I wonder what my parents called me when I was a kid, because I feel like
Your
every
dad
kid.
calls you Cran.
Really?
Have you not noticed that? I didn't notice it until like a few
It must
days
be.
ago.
I think it's a new thing.
It is a new thing because he started calling you Cran, and I wonder what your son is gonna call you because Maverick just started using Cran.
Someone says
tried to
Camden and Caden.
Camden's
but
cute.
spelled really cute. I like the spelling on that. Did you see that? Camdon and Caydon. Is that how you usually spell it? That's not how you usually spell it. I don't know. It looks different.
Caden. It does look different.
Keegan and Keegan, Camden, Quinn.
Guys, you guys are so. I should have gone on here 5 months ago.
I know. We would have had our names picked out if we would have asked you guys earlier.
Ask us next live. We probably still won't have it picked out, but hey, at least we'll have ideas. There's a few that I've really, really liked tonight, so thank you. Jordan and Camden.
Also, make sure the initials are good, that they don't make fun of them at school. That's a good point.
Yeah. I just read a book where the guy's initials are OMG.
We have, our last name is Eldridge, as you guys know, which is an E, so we could also do it to where it spells something.
Yeah. So that's funny that you guys mentioned that because I told my grandpa, with Maverick, we knew he was going to be Maverick way before, and everybody knew he was going to be Maverick too. My grandpa came up to me and he said, "You better give that boy a middle name." And I said, "Why?" And he goes, "Because his initials are M-E. And so everything's
going to be full about himself.
Yeah. Well, my name's Marcy, and I don't have a middle name.
So you're all.
And I dropped my maiden name, and so my initials are M-E. So, but yeah, Mavericks are M-A-E.
Yeah.
So.
I like this comment.
Leighton and Landon. Is it Leighton or Leighton? Because I would say Leighton.
I think it depends where you're from, but I would say Leighton too. Or I guess I would say T. I really like this, Annie. It says separate initials if you can. 2, plus it would be nice to have a Christian name in there, even if they are middle names or great grandparents, someone to be a hero for them growing up. So we've talked about this.
That's why I don't want to name their middle name Crandall.
We've talked about this before, but we'll just give a brief. We'll go into it briefly, I guess. Hey, actually, sorry, I got to pause there. Shelly, Travis Pastrana, and Jeremy McGrath. I love it. No, but we basically, with our middle names, we've tried to pick them as guardian angels. So Marcy's brother passed away basically at birth. He was alive for what, like 8 hours? Oh, 3 hours. Yeah, for not very long. So we named Maverick Austin in remembrance of her brother who passed away. And then I had a really influential.
Your parents don't even know that, or Nobody knows this.
Well, they can know.
You guys can find out first.
You guys can find out first. But then I had a really influential youth leader at church and scout leader whose name was Brennan, who I really looked up to. And like, he was the man. He was somebody that you looked up to who made everybody feel good. Like, he was always helping people. He was an entrepreneur. He was going places. And he passed away in a snowmobile accident and left behind his 3 kids with a new baby, so 4 kids. And so one of our boys will have the middle name Brennan in remembrance of him and kind of him as a guardian angel. And then we haven't decided on the last one, right?
Yeah. And so with that is one of the reasons I do not want to name the middle name Crandall.
Because she thinks I'm going to die.
And Crandall goes, I'll die eventually. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, but like, why like twist the fate?
Yeah.
And why like put your son through that if you do die?
Yeah, I don't know. We're
still talking about it.
We'll figure that out too.
But the thing is like with Crandall's family, he doesn't have like all of his grandparents are still here.
Yep.
So I have one grandpa still here. My grandma's and one of my grandpas have passed away, but I didn't. My mom is so much younger than her siblings and things that like I didn't know my great grandparents at all. Like maybe you did, but I don't have.
I barely knew my great grandpa and grandma on my mom's side. He was a World War II fighter pilot, actually, which is pretty cool. They've got pictures of him.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, you probably didn't, huh?
No.
Yeah, he flew fighter jets in World War II.
That's sweet.
Yeah, or not fighter jets. He flew fighter planes.
What's the difference?
They didn't have jets.
Oh. Well, there you go, guys. Yeah. I didn't
know. But no, it was what we're saying. Oh, I did. Yeah, I did know them very little. I wish we would have spent more time with them. Honestly, when I was a little kid. I mean, my grandma passed away 3 years ago, and my grandpa passed away maybe 7 years ago.
3 years ago.
Yeah, when I was on my mission.
Colonel, we've been married for 3 years.
Okay. Time keeps marching on. Time keeps marching on, y'all. 5 years ago, and that means my grandpa probably died 10 or 12 years ago. But I remember going to their house like 2 or 3 times, but they lived pretty far from us, and so we didn't ever go down there as much. I wish we would have now, because I would have loved to kind of, and I was little, so I mean, how much can you pick up? But yeah, I remember he was a tinkerer and an inventor. He put suspension on a 3-wheeler before that was even a thing. The story as it's told is he had a huge potato farm, and he had the 3-wheeler, and as he would go over the rows, it was super, super bumpy and jerky, and he just had the idea one day that, hey, if I just build this way, then I can make that front tire compress, and I can have basically suspension. And I guess at that time, they didn't have suspension on them at all. And so he kind of mocked up and built the first 3-wheeler suspension and all of that before it was even a thing. And they've got pictures of, he would make all sorts of inventions and prototypes and things to make things easier and all that kind of stuff. So,
wow, that's where you get it.
I was just going to say, that might be where I kind of get the tinkering gene from, is from my great grandpa. That's cool.
I didn't know that. My great grandpa bred irises.
Yeah.
Which I'm super excited because Crandall's gonna ask Twisted Bee Mini for some iris blooms.
Yeah.
Bulbs.
If you guys saw that video with Marie from Twisted Bee Mini, she has got hundreds of thousands of irises, and she sells them and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, we're gonna go do another collaboration with her and take Marcy. Spring. Yeah, take Marcy and the babies and go see all of the animals and maybe get some new flowers, because we're redoing all of our landscaping. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, and I like my grandpa bred these irises, and then he would take them, like after he passed away, my grandpa took like all the bulbs from the ground when they sold his house and put them in his yard, and then we took some and had some in my childhood home growing up, but I don't think my parents have any anymore.
Yeah, I don't know.
I haven't seen any at their house, so
we might have to restock them. Get them some, yeah. I
don't know if iris is growing
in Florida. Does anybody know? Do irises grow in Florida? They got to.
Yeah.
Hot, humid climate.
Yeah.
Rain.
But I don't know what we'll end up naming the middle name for the second baby.
Maybe we do it after my great grandpa. We'll have to talk
What's
about that.
his name?
That's embarrassing.
See, my grandpa, we have Clyde, and LeVar.
I
can't
literally, I don't know why. I feel so bad. It
great-grandparents.
just like totally slipped my mind. Mon. I just know him as Grandpa Mon, honestly.
Oh.
It was because we have Mons in our family, and that was who it was.
Do you guys like family history? I feel like Crandall and I have got into family history a few times. Like, I like learning things about my family. But I wish I, like, knew more.
Yeah, there's, like, you got to really dig for information. And the technology era is so new that a lot of that old stuff was word of mouth, and now it's not getting passed down anymore, I feel like. And it just kind of is not obliterating, evaporating into time.
It's dying.
Yeah.
Basically. So, like, I know a lot about, like, my grandparents, they're growing up, but, like, I didn't really ask them about, like, the stories their parents shared. And I, like, kind of wish I would have, because I would have liked to know.
Know more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe there's, like, one of my grandparents was a cowboy, or, like, a Wild West man, and have, like, a really cool story, but I didn't ever get to hear it. So I think it's important. We both have, like, this desire to teach, which is one of the reasons why we do this.
Yeah. The whole YouTube thing for us is a record for our kids and their kids and whoever else wants to watch. But that's really the reason why we do this, is because, well, first of all, if anything was to happen to either one of us while we're young, like, now our kids can still grow up and know who their mom or their dad was, in a sense. And then hopefully that doesn't happen. And down the road, when our kids have their kids, or even when our kids are 10, 12, 15 years old, they can go back and watch these videos and be like, oh my gosh, Dad and Mom used to be so much fun, and now they're not,
Yeah. Well, it's so cute. So, like, my grandpa, he's 92. And, my grandpa's 92, and he writes us a letter every quarter.
Yeah, probably like 3 or 4 times a year.
Yeah, it's 4 times a year. He writes them every quarter. And he, like, addresses it to all of his grandchildren, his great-grandchildren, his children. And he shares these stories and these experiences of his life, or what he's looking forward to in the next life. Or, like, he'll talk about my grandma. And they're just the cutest letters to read. Because he's just, like, pouring his heart out on paper. Like, it's so, and
it's his testimony, it's his faith, it's his family,
Like, this last one, it was, like, bittersweet to read, because he talks about how he's 92 and he's getting older, and, like, how he's excited to, like, be around family, but, like, he also is excited to, like, see my grandma again. And so it's just, like, one of those things, like, to hear his stories, and, like, he'll talk about the days. So my grandpa was a judge and then an attorney, and he talked about, like, when he worked for the Air Force as a judge in his letter. And I was like, I didn't know any of this about him, and I'm, like, glad he took that opportunity to, like, record it.
Yeah, my grandma, I think on both sides, but my grandma on my mom's side has compiled books and books and books of family history, from everything from her and my grandpa's side as far back as she can go. And like I said, she's got, like, literally chronicles of stories and things like that. And it's amazing to have. It's cool because, like, she'll, like, also make short snippets. So, like, 2-page stories, or, like, just short something of, like, just a funny story that happened, or, like, some of the small stuff that, I think a lot of times we go back in history and we see all these big, great, life-changing events or things like that, and not necessarily day-to-day. And so it's cool because she has saved a lot of the day-to-day, just small things.
Yeah.
Did you see a funny comment or something?
No, I was just reading somebody's comment. It asked if my grandpa was lonely. So my grandpa does live with my aunt. So my aunt she's got to be in her 60s. She's older than my dad, and my dad's a 60. So she's in her mid-60s, and she lives with my grandpa. So it's the two of them, and they're, like, best friends. It's so, like,
they go and do everything together.
To watch them. Like, he'll take her to go get her hair done, and, like, just so cute. But so it's the two of them together, and then because we all grew up in Utah, my whole family, we now have all moved, everyone but my little sister. And then I have some cousins, but they live like 4 hours away. So he really like doesn't have any close family by him. Besides, he's the one of the oldest ones. So he has his siblings that he like gets together and does Sunday dinners with them. So he has his own siblings there. But like as far as his children or his grandchildren, it's just my little sister there. But he also, like, my parents would have him out to their house or we'd have him out to our house. But he's just decided, like, he's pretty much done traveling.
Yeah, he's just getting so old that any sickness, like, just is almost
I think he's
unrecoverable.
getting, like, a little bit nervous of,
Yeah.
like, being around and getting sick. And so.
Which
but
totally makes sense.
He, like, volunteers each week with our church for, like, a few hours.
Yeah, he does. He's like, still very, very active.
Oh, yeah. He, like, reads the scriptures every morning while he like walks 2 miles on his treadmill. So, and he's done that my whole life. It used to be running, but now he walks. So he walks on his treadmill and he does his 2 miles while he listens to his scriptures. And like probably the biggest inspiration of like staying faithful would be him.
And active and just living.
And active, yeah. He'll still go out, and he's like one of those like, I love card games. I love games, and that's something that Crandall is super good about. Is Crandall hates games.
We just didn't grow up with them.
Hates them, but he like will indulge me in them, and so
once a year.
No, you do better than that. And so like, my grandpa helped me get this love of games and like of croquet. I don't know what you guys call it not in America. Croquet. It's called something else.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
But we'll play like all of these games together, and my grandpa still is super into them. He still can beat me at any round of cards we ever play. So
yeah, he's got a lot of experience.
Yeah, he's pretty good. And being an attorney, he has like the best bluffing face too. Like
that's true.
I finally figured out how he wins. He like bluffs his way through everything.
Yeah, he might.
So.
Oh man. Okay, well we won't take up too much more of you guys this time. Thank you so much for joining us. We are so excited for December 1st. We cannot wait to share it with you guys.
And we will keep you updated if they come earlier.
Of course.
So
yeah, you'll if for some reason we do end up going into the hospital early, you'll probably see that first on like a post on Facebook. We'll post it on YouTube as well. Like not a full video, but we'll just post like a story or something like that that people can jump on and see and know kind of what's going on in the moment. But anything else?
I think that's it. Remember to tune into tomorrow's video.
Yeah, tomorrow's video will be up 7 or 8 a.m.
And then Saturday you'll find out all about Crandall's finger.
Yeah, all about my finger. I gotta go change out my bandage. So, but thank you guys so much for joining us. We love having you be a part of our family, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
Bye.